Hi, I'm Lisa Rangel with Chameleon Resumes, the premier executive resume writing company, and I'm here today because I want to talk to you about the first 4 areas that recruiters look on your resume when they're assessing it. First, they want to know what job you want. And I find that this is a really common mistake that a lot of job seekers do when writing their resume and submitting it to jobs. They don't make it clear which job they want. And this is whether you're submitting through a job posting, whether you're sending it to your friend or sending it to someone that you just met after a networking event. You need to have a title and a brief summary on the top that tells the reader what job you're looking for. And this is a common mistake. So when a recruiter or a hiring manager is looking at a resume, they want to know, what do you want? And it's not good enough to say, just, tell me where I fit. Because I'm telling you, most hiring managers and most recruiters will not take the time to do that. You need to tell them what you want. So first thing that a recruiter or a hiring manager is looking for on a resume is they want to know what job you want. And the second place that they are looking on your resume is they want to then look at where you've worked. So this is why I don't believe functional resume formats work, because functional resume formats strip out all the functions you've done and then categorize your resume by function. And it doesn't really help anybody because the recruiter or the hiring manager does not know where you've done those functions. They don't know where you've worked. Because I'm telling you, the next thing that they're looking for after seeing what job you want is they want to know where you've worked. And so a reverse chronological format resume, itemized by the employers that you're working for, is the best way to do that. So you need to make sure that you're including, first and foremost, in reverse chronological format, the employers that you've worked at. That's the second thing, the second area that recruiters are looking for on your resume. And then the next thing, the third thing that they're looking for on your resume is they want to see how you've achieved in that job. So it's not good enough just to list the tasks that you've done. They want to know, how well have you done those tasks? How well have you done the job? So you need to outline not just the job responsibility or the task. You need to then ask yourself, how much money did you save? How much money did you make? How much of a process did you streamline, or how much did you streamline that process? Where have you mitigated risk? How did you contribute to a company culture? I agree that many people have a concern that they don't have a measurable achievement, and I don't necessarily believe that. Even if it's not a numeric measurement, if you're doing that task well or not so well. So the key is to always frame every job duty that you're doing in a way that shows the reader, shows the hiring manager, shows that recruiter that you've achieved at that task. Whether it is something nebulous like, contributing to a company culture, or something more measurable like saving money or making money. So the key is to always frame your job responsibilities in the form of a task, because again, that's the third thing that recruiters are looking for on your resume. They want to know how well you've achieved at the jobs that you've had. And then lastly, by no means is this an exhaustive list, or is this the least important thing in any way. It's just the fourth on my list. But the fourth thing that they're looking for or looking at in that initial scan of a resume is how you've schooled yourself, where you've educated yourself. Now, for some professions, that may look like a traditional 4-year degree, an MBA, or any ongoing education. It can mean certifications. It can mean trade school. So it really, whether you're an executive, whether you're a professional level individual, or you're just starting out, recruiters and hiring managers want to know, how have you educated yourself? How have you continued, a path of ongoing learning? If you're changing careers, how have you committed to your new pursuit with education? Again, it could be certifications, it can be online courses. So the key is, how have you educated yourself, and what institutions did you do that education at? So those are the 4 initial areas that recruiters are looking at when they're looking at your resume to assess if they should call you or keep reading in that case. It depends. So, but this is the only way to hook them in, is with these 4 items. So if I'm going to be having an upcoming resume session, how to write your resume to land six-figure job interviews. And in the job description below, you'll be able to get the link for the next session. And I hope you join me and we can tackle this together. So this way you have an amazing resume that lands interviews. And again, I'm Lisa Rangel, Chameleon Resumes. We are a premier executive resume writing company. And I thank you for joining me today.